Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Steph's Design Space. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you. And I know I said I was going to do a different intro. It's ingrained in me. It is ingrained in me. But I do want to say a big shout out to some of my patrons. These people, these women, these supporters are amazing, and I can't even tell you how much I appreciate them. So a huge shout out to Megan L, Lorie D, and Lisa W. Thank you so much for your support and being a patron of Steph's Design Space. Alright, so I am going to attempt to do something that I've never done before on my channel, and that is a skinny journal. Is going to be a one signature journal. This is half of a manila folder, and I would have the whole thing except I already had it cut in half for some other purpose, and we're gonna go with that. So without further ado, I do need to cut this little strip off the tab, right? And now we have it. This is half, but I don't believe that this is the exact length that I need it, but we're gonna wait and see. Now I want to cover it with this. This is going to be like a fall journal, and so I want to cover it with this paper, but maybe I should decide the height that I want it to be. This is a 8.5 by 11 vintage sunflower from my website. So this is a background page from my website, vintage sunflower, 8.5 by 11, and I think this is like the tallest I want this to be. Okay, now it doesn't need to be, I know it needs to be like a little bit more than, right, a little bit taller. I am good with that, I think, width, but the height I may need to address. So let's just take off a hair. There is no measurements here, which there probably should be, so let me see. How long is this? This is, give or take, 11.5. And this is, what is this? 11. So why don't we do, if I do 11.25, that is probably good enough, right? 11.25. Because this is 11. And 11.25 is going to give me 1/8 of an inch on each side. You know what? I have plenty of these. Let's fake it. I know there are plenty of videos that give the exact measurements, but I am feeling rebellious. Alright, so 11.25, which is right there. And we're going to line this up. and get my handy dandy rotary tool that I do love ever so much. Alright, let's see how accurate that is. Perfect. Okay, so this is 11 1/4 tall. Let me double check. 11 1/4 tall and not folded in half. This is 9, right? So folded in half, it is what, 5 1/2? Can I do math? 4 1/2. So that is perfect. So this is going to be the cover of said journal. Okay. Now, I've already decided that I wanted cover of said journal to be this paper. Now, I am not 100% sure of what I want the inside to be. But let's just go ahead and glue this down. All right. I get my Scotch glue. How is everybody? I have not made a skinny journal or whatever you want to call this ever before. So this is a first for me. I take that back. I did make one at the retreat that I just got back from. I made a quick one with the items that were provided me. But they were already like pre-measured and preordained. So this is basically my first that I have done like on my own. Okay. Alright, here we go. Now, this is my cover. And I got this from the retreat and I do love a good smusher. So this is a good smusher. And I do like it. Okay, so let us go ahead and cut this down. I'm trying to line it up so I can cut it straight, because goodness knows I cannot cut a darn thing straight on my own without trying. Okay, so it looks like if I cut it right here on that looks good. I should have taken note as to how much I cut off of that side, but you know what? I will take this. Okay, 1 inch. So let me line this up to 1 inch. Oh, good gravy. Do we think I can cut left-handed? Dare I do this? Dare I try? Oh, not quite. Okay, give or take. All right. I do love that as a cover. I am going to not worry about this a little bit, but what I do need to do is cut this, but I'm going to use scissors. So we are going to cut at an angle. All right. Now, I definitely need to try to score up against the edge of the cover itself. So we're going to say the manila folder is my base, and the scrapbook paper is my cover. Yes, that is what we're going to say. And right now, I am just trying to go along this edge and get a good score line. It just makes folding easier, right? I am 100% sure there's probably 6 ways that this would be easier for me to do. But I mean, are we here for the easy? Are we just here to get it done? Okay. There we go. And this we're gonna fold up. Now I'm not gluing yet. I want to see how it looks and what I want to put on this side. You know, on the inside of the cover. Yes, this is probably the long way around doing things. But welcome. Welcome to Steph's Design Space, where I don't always know what I'm doing. Alright, so this will be the cover. Now, I am going to glue this down, and whatever I decide to put on the inside may or may not cover the idiosyncrasies, the little oopses and the mistakes. Okay, so I'm going to put, that is how that is going to be. Alright, our glitter glue. Oops. Okay. So I have a new camera setup. My previous camera setup was on my actual desk. And every time I shook or did anything that was like this, the whole camera would shake. And nobody wants to see that. So I got some different filming equipment, which I'm super excited about. And I'm trying it out now. So I would love your input. Now I want to do this one, and then I will do the sides. Because going back and watching some of my, all of my, actually, not some, of my previous videos, anytime I would ink something or I would do anything like this, the whole camera would shake. And who wants to watch that? Nobody. So I got a different setup. Now I am working on some different lighting because I do not like the lighting that I have. And I thought I had something that I really liked, but it proved wrong. It proved not to be dark enough, or bright enough, I should say. So that is going back. And now I'm on the hunt for some better lighting. My setup is unique. Because I craft on a roll top desk that I actually purchased. Let me take that back. That my husband actually purchased for me in Idaho. We live in Texas. And yes, we brought this back from Idaho. And this is my craft desk, and I absolutely love it, and I don't want to change that. But it is not the easiest setup for filming, right? So, like there's nothing to attach to, and if I attach, then it's still the whole shaky thing. So I had to get this whole boom arm thing going, which hopefully it's working out really well. Now, what do I want to put in here? I have all of these different papers. So I could do some of the vintage sunflower backgrounds that I have. So that could be on the inside. It's not really going with that so much. Let me see, what else can I find really fast? Let me see some of my coffee dyed papers, if that will suffice. I do have some music. I'm not keen on the holes right there. Okay, that is nice. Right there on the inside, covering all of that up. Alright, let me fold this in half. Do I like this side better? Maybe. No, I like the lighter side. Let me fold it in half so I have that crease. The automatic crease that will go with that crease right there. And this is going to be my cover. Yeah, I definitely like the lighter side. Okay. I think that is pretty even. I have it lined up with a fold. And let's go ahead and use the glue stick. That is perfect. I like my big journals, but I will say there is something nice about having just a single signature quick journal, right, that you just have for a, like this is going to be for fall. Now, fall in Texas are kind of laughable, but we do try. But fall it is my favorite time of year. One, I love the colors. Two, I absolutely love the smells. Now, we don't have a big changing down here. I'm in South Texas. North Texas changes, the leaves, everything, all the typical fall things happen up there. Down here, not so much. We have a lot of evergreens. Our leaves don't really change or fall for them. I mean, they fall, but then they just grow back. It's hard to explain. But I love the fact that fall to me means cooler weather is coming. It may take a hot minute, and it may be December before it gets here, but fall to me means it is coming, and we will have some reprieve from the hot days of summer. And that is why I like fall. Spring is pretty, you know, all the things are coming back to life and all of that. But you know what spring reminds me of? The heat. The heat is coming, and now we have 700 million days of just insane heat. Whereas the fall is more like the heat is going away. So fall is definitely my favorite. And yes, I am one of those people. I do love all things. Okay, don't come for me. Pumpkin spice. Love me some good pumpkin spice. Okay, so this is just going to be my very soft, flexible cover for my fall journal. Okay, now let's see what we can put in here. Now I have gathered all sorts of items to put in my fall journal. So this is just a 8.5 by 11 cardstock. This is vintage sunflower from my website. And I do print double-sided, so this, I forgot, this is like vintage letters or papers, or it's something that I put on the inside, so it's not stark white. Alright, I don't need the cover right now. I do want this. And this is just a bag. This is actually from last year's Advent box. But I love the colors, so we're going to put that in there. There's no rhyme or reason yet. I pulled some doilies because I love putting various different items in my signatures. It makes them a lot of fun. Oh goodness. There we go. I just kind of want to fold this in half. Now, I know this is stark white, but it can definitely use some inking up, and we can do that. Once I establish my, all the signatures that I want, like all the papers I want in here, I pulled all sorts of items that I can fold. I love using like authentic vintage. We're just going to fold this in half. So that's going to go. Let's do another one of these, but let's put that in the center instead of the outside. Here is another just vintage. This is from some kind of mechanical book. I don't know. I don't remember what it's from, but it is a vintage, like, oh, what is that called? I don't know. It'd be great if I did, but I don't. Alright, so there's that. And then I pulled this from a, whatchamacallit, Sears and Roebuck catalog. Now some of these are pretty fragile, but we'll make it work. Oh, look at this. This is vellum. Definitely had to have some vellum in there. And it is sunflowers. Alright, so let's just say this is going to be basically for the month of November. And there's 30 days in November. Right, so let's just say if this is going to be a journal. So these are just like added pages. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Let's just go ahead and get some pages in here, and then I will worry about let me do this. Now, don't worry about that these are not long enough or what have you. I will show you how to kind of fix that. So we're looking at 1, 2, I'm not going to count these. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, I already lost count. Good gravy. I cannot count. Oh, but I do know, I may not be able to count, but I do know I need a few more pieces. So I am going to use this. And we're going to fold that in half. Alright. And I do want this one. Now I need to figure out what my center page is going to be. And I want to say probably this. So I'm going to have that one, and then this is going to be my center page. And I think that's probably going to give me enough pages. Okay. Let me set that to the side. Let me just get this good and creased. Now that is the good thing about doing a skinny, like a tall skinny, is most of your 8.5 by 11s are gonna fit perfect. All right, let me get my centerpiece. So this is gonna be the center. Now I know y'all are like, what about these really tall pieces? And I'm gonna show you how that is going to work. Now this one I probably should not have. Now this is the time I'm going to put my pages in order. Okay, so I want this page is going to be my cover page. And then I'm going to have the vellum. And then inside the vellum, I am going to have this. So this is going to be in the center, like so. Okay. And let's go ahead and do this page. And I want all of this to go, if it doesn't, I want it to be even at the top and uneven at the bottom. And I will share with you why. Except for those that are incredibly short, like the little bag there, that is definitely in the middle. All right, this is perfect. Now this one, we are going to line that up at the top. Okay, I'm going to line that up at the top, and I'm going to have all the excess at the bottom. And I'm going to show you why. Oh, I forgot about that one. Okay. Now, let's go in with the doily. There's a nice touch. And that is lined up at the top. There we go, right there. That is my center. This, you go down again. You know, lining this stuff up is no easy feat. Okay, and the doily, and this. We have this one. And this is my centerpiece. Okay, so what does that give me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm not going to count the doily. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. So this is over a month, which is perfect. That's all I want. Okie dokie. Now, I am going to do my best Okay, I'm not worried about the bottoms right now, but I do need to make it where the edges are. So I'm going to cut those. All right, round 2. Good gravy. Some of these are just There we go. I think that must have got it all. Okay, so let me take all of this, and as much as I would like to say I save every little bit and piece, I don't and I can't. Alright, but we take this out, and these are going to become pockets. Okay, so if it's too long, it's okay that it's shorter now, I don't care. These are going to become pockets. Now I will say I probably should clean this up a bit. Scissors. There we go. Get my ink out so I can go ahead and do this before I glue it down. Now really it doesn't need to be inked up much because it is old. But a little bit does go a long way. Fold it like that, just so I can kind of ink this crease a bit. Ah, see, so much better. I'm not going to see this as much, but I'm here, so why not? Alright. Now, since this is going to be some pockets, I definitely need to glue these sides. Alright, so this is going to be, I don't know that I want it one big pocket, but once I sew it, it won't be. Okay, so once I sew it together, alright, so this is lined up, and these are pockets. Now we need to put the rest of the items back in, and I know I have like one more, but this is way too white, and let's do something about that. I really need to like coffee dye a lot of my, oops, oh my goodness, so sensitive. I need to coffee dye a lot of my doilies so I don't have to go through this. But here we are. Alright, my battery's about to die, so let me ink this up and then we'll be right back. Okay, so hopefully this is kind of in the same location. I really do have to pay attention to the new filming situation. Alright, I really just want to kind of get this the least amount of white. Honestly, without tearing it all to shreds. Alright, so on my to-do list, coffee dye my doilies, because I have so many of these and I love using them. But I don't particularly care for them being stark white, so and I know I'm tearing them and whatever, but I will tell you, For me, it just adds to the whole texture of it, and I like it. Okay, so this is going in here like so. Perfect. And then we have this piece. Oh, you get back in here. Alright, and we have this long piece, and we know what we're going to do with it. We are going to do pockets again. Because I feel like that is a great use of long papers. You don't have to cut them, right? You can honestly just fold them up. Now I could have folded it in and made pockets just the same, but I don't want to do too many fancy things. Okay. Excuse me, what is up with my throat? It's probably because it's late. It is late. I'm not going to tell you how late, but it's late. Sometimes I get a second wind at the most ridiculous times. And I thought, you know what? I have a second wind. I need to film. So let's do this. Hence the reason I'm filming right now. Okay. Yeah, I like that a little bit darker. Okay. Put this back. Okie dokie. Oh, I need to glue these pockets. God, that is so cool, right? To make these little pockets when a page is too long. And you can do the same thing, like folding it this way and making some pockets or little tuck spots. If your page, like instead of cutting that off, I could have just folded it in and made little tuck spots. Alright, and this is the center. Look at that. Okay. Now this is the first page we're going to see, so I am going to go ahead and ink this up. I'm not going to ink every page, but the first and the last I feel like should have some semblance of inking on them, right? Look at that. Now I'm not worried about the spine so much because that is going to be sewn in. Okay, where is my cover? Right here. And, alright, so this is going to be my skinny little journal. So I can do a 3-hole pamphlet, or I can just do like 2 holes and some ribbon or lace. Let's see what kind of, I have this ribbon, And that might actually look really good. Okay, so let's just keep it simple, shall we? Let's go. So we are at 11. So if I do 4 and 8, I think I'm gonna capture everything that I need to. So 4 and 8 it is. Pen, pencil, writing utensil, where art thou? I know I just had one. There we go. Okay, so I need a hole here and a hole there. My handy dandy styrofoam. I do not poke holes without it. Okay, I have my awl. We are gonna poke a good size hole. Come on out. And I'm kind of wiggling it because I want this to go through it. Let me go ahead and grab some of these just to keep my papers together whilst I am poking my ribbon through. Like so. And you know what, we're gonna tie this in a knot, because, there we go. I'm not sure I can tie a tight enough bow. Nope. We're gonna do a knot first. And then I will worry about a bow. And I really am not that great at bows, especially when the material is different on both sides. But you know what, we're gonna fake it till we make it here. let me take the clamps off. Okay, so we have that. Scissors. Stat. Oh, here they are. And there we have it. We have my little autumn book. Now, I have no doubt that I will do some kind of closure because I don't like that it's going to flip open. But that is kind of cute. And honestly, I may change that. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If I do or don't like it. See, this seems upside down to me. The flowers are all facing down. I want the flowers to face up. So we shall see. But I may end up doing some kind of closure. I may end up changing this up, but we'll see. So y'all will have to stay tuned to see if I keep it this way or if I do something different. I never know what I want and how I want it until I do it. And then I can kind of mull it over. Now this is beautiful, don't get me wrong. But I'm not sure that I'm happy with this part. And the more I put in it, the more it is going to like gape. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell so you don't miss anything. And until next time, y'all have a blessed day. Bye.